Hello, my loves, and welcome to another collective reading. I hope y'all are all doing well. I hope that you had a good Valentine's Day weekend. I look strong. Her. I love that. I'm not mad at that. I was just thinking about, if you're over on the Clock app, we do have community over there. But honestly, I'm not on the Clock app. I'm actually on IG because the Wi-Fi been funny with the TikTok connection, and on IG it's real clear. So make sure you're following me over on IG. Same name, online on all platforms if you're not already. But what was I saying? Yeah, I hope you had a good Valentine's Day weekend. Mine was cool. I actually was reading tarot at an event and I was able to connect with some old friends. Excuse me. Truth burp, which was really nice. And I bought myself a piece of chocolate cake from Red Lobster. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, go get you a piece. And I didn't do anything too lavish. I did get myself some clothes. And went to go get an ahi tuna salad because that's just what I wanted on Valentine's Day. Yeah. I hope that whether you're in a relationship or not, that you have the ability to show yourself some love. Okay, and I'm not mad at that. Okay, Ethan. But we're gonna get started today, so please find yourself in a nice, relaxed position and ask that your ancestors, spirit guides, and angels protect your mind, body, and spirit as I work to receive divine messages from the Most High. You know that it is my intention to align us all with healing joy and the most authentic versions of ourselves. And I pray that God gifts us with the blessing of wisdom and discernment so that we are able to take empowered action that is in alignment with our highest and greatest good. And so that we are able to identify what is for us and what is not. Yeah. But with that, let's get to drawing these cards. Hello. Hello, the Most High and God. What messages do we have for the collective here? For the group of people that will be receiving messages from this live session on IG, in this video, on YouTube. Okay, Tower card in reverse, Death card in reverse. I'm not gonna hold you this looks. It looks really good. Maybe not really good, but it looks. And again, as always, if it don't apply, let it fly. This Tower card in reverse sounds so crazy. So I'm going to ask and the energy feels like it's split. So right on the left side, we have the Tower card in reverse, the Death card in reverse, King of Pentacles in reverse, and the Two of Swords. And this feels like somebody who's thinking about becoming a different person or breaking away from something in a really erratic way. And these energies really feel like they're working with each other, right? Where usually when we think about the Death card and the death process, it's slow. It first starts off with a decision and it's slow and it's we have to move into it, until it happens. But the Death card, it's really quick death. It's really quick destruction. It's really, I'm not sure if the slide is catching right over here. It's really, abrupt, Uranus energy. And it feels like somebody's money in somebody's pockets with this King of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody's trying to become an expert in some type of way, and they're deliberating on the best way to go about it. If they're able to do it in this slow process, methodical type of way, or if it needs to be abrupt and in your face. Yeah, that's just the discussion and the deliberating over here. Now, the other side, this could be this energy's counterpart. This could be what this energy is stepping into. You know what I mean? But it feels kind of unrelated, if I'm being honest. Right? Over here, we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Swords, and the Lover's card. Mwah, chef's kiss. There is somebody who is, they're planned, they're organized, they're methodical. They have a very clear process lined out. And whatever it is that they're thinking about stepping into now is actually the time to make it happen. With this Lover's card, it is divinely guided. The only issue here with this Seven of Wands in reverse is that, like, there's a little bit of hesitancy to do it. You know what I mean? Can we... Like, this Seven of Wands in reverse, it, like, feels... Okay. So with this, like, with this Queen of Swords, it's not necessarily, like, a hesitancy to do it. You kind of want to do it by burning yourself out, which isn't good. Okie dokie, Ethan. You kind of want to do it. The clarifier was the Four of Swords in reverse. You know what I mean? So you kind of want to burn yourself out. You kind of want to, like, do it all at once and do it really intensely. And the divine is like, no, you don't need to do that. Knight of Cups. You know what I mean? You just need to make the decision that I'm going to move forward with this plan, with this thing that I've been thinking about for quite some time, and watch it happen and make it happen and follow my intuition. And with this Knight of Cup also feels like there's a bit of, like, emotional collaboration. You know what I mean? These do feel like two separate energies I'm stepping into, so I'm going to set this first one to the side. And I'm just going to, like, clarify this one. Excuse me. You know what I mean? Let's get into this. So what information or insights? And we have the Emperor card and the Eight of Cups. Now, I'm getting that the struggle with this energy here is not making the decision to do it, or not even how you do it, but having the confidence to know that, like, you're empowered. Does that make sense? That you're empowered with whatever this decision you want to make. Again, like, there's something that you want to do. You've been planning, you've been thinking about it. It feels like the time is right. And it's okay to want to do things with other people, but this Knight of Cups just feels like... This Knight of Cups just feels like, I'm not sure if you need to do it with other people. It's weird. It's like, having other people there is nice, but I think that you need to be the leader and the ruler of it. And whether you do it with other people or not, that you still need to go on the journey. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? Eight of Cups. You've got to move forward with or without this group, with or without this relationship, with or without this partner. You know what I mean? And you can communicate that you do want this other person or this other party to come along with you. But again, this idea has been given to you because you need to be the person carrying it out. Can we get a clear and concise action plan? Yeah, absolutely that. Absolutely that. Can we get a clear and concise action plan for this group? So this is like, they're just really clarifying the energy I was already picking up on. Eight of Swords in reverse, Two of Cups in reverse, King of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. Because here's the other thing. Right? If you're expecting somebody else to lead you through it, it's not going to be as valuable as you want it to be. It's not going to have that certain je ne sais quoi. It's not going to give what it's supposed to give. Yeah. And if you collaborate too much or you rely too much on this other party, and you know this, right? King of Cups in reverse, Five of Wands in reverse, like this other person's, their emotions or their coping mechanisms or the way that they like to do things, their feelings, like this other party or other people. And again, like, because we have the King of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Right? So somebody here feels like kind of like all over the place, which will just make it more difficult with being achieved if you want this person to lead or to have as much responsibility in making it happen as you want to. And then this other party, you know, with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, they just don't value it the same way. They don't see the vision. You know what I mean? They don't see the benefits right now. And or, no tea, no shade, they don't love or value themselves enough to see why they are worthy of helping you manifest this thing. Right? So yes, you can work with this person, but just know that those are the energies that you're going to be working with and collaborating with this temperance card. And kind of the message from the divine is just, you know, hey, and not that long. It's just a couple people on it. Just be aware of like what you're asking this person to build spiritually and energetically. Because yes, the physical realm is one thing, but with this temperance card, and it was directly under the Two of Cups in reverse. You know what I mean? And they're both represented. They both have 2 cups, right? So what emotions? And this is kind of like a larger message. Like when you ask somebody to work with you, sometimes we view it as like, you know, just the physical realm. It's kind of like a group project. Well, you just have to do your research and do your part of the paper. You know what I mean? You just have to write your 3 paragraphs. You just have to do your 6 slides. You know what I mean? You just have to cover this one topic. And yes, that makes sense, but you know, this is a spiritual channel. Kind of what I'm getting is you also have to take into consideration that this other person or this other party, you know, that maybe they're a little lazy. You know what I mean? Maybe they don't want to get an A. Maybe they're good with getting a C. Maybe they have bad sleeping patterns. You know what I mean? Maybe they want to do the work all themselves. You know, maybe this other person is a control freak. It can go either way. Right? Not to thank you, Anne. But yeah, that's just what I'm picking up on, that like with this other person and this other party, it's really good to consider all things. Yeah. There's still something else that the divine wants to say about this energy, so I'm going to pull more cards. If this is resonating with you in some way, please drop an emoji. Yeah. I'm kind of picking up on the sadness of having to do things alone. Like, you're kind of tired of having to do things alone. Of having to do things without other people. Of like, this could be like asking for help or just having like really good ideas. And like not receiving the assistance that you need. Plain and simple. The Hermit card is in reverse, followed by the Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. All in reverse, but I don't know. Take this with a grain of salt, but there's something about this energy. And I can understand the frustration. And I'm not seeing it in the cards, but there's something about like this. Excuse me, truth burp. There's something about this energy that almost feels liberating. Excuse me. Right. This Three of Wands is in reverse, but it feels like it's upright. Three of Wands upright, Page of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, all upright. It feels really liberating to like think about the future and to notice and to realize that like, yes, in the physical plane, you're doing things alone, but in the spiritual realm, God is actually helping you out. God is ensuring that you have everything that you need to make your manifestations and your blessings happen and take place, right? And if we relinquish the idea that they need to happen in this one particular way, or that we have to involve X, Y, and Z, or that we have to do this to be prepared for it, instead of just, you know, okay, I have this idea, I'm going to follow my intuition, and the people that come through with manifesting this are the people who are going to receive the benefit of it. Because at the end of the day, it really does feel like that this blessing and this manifestation is yours. It's your blessing and your manifestation, right? Page of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. You're at the Page of Pentacles position right now, but in due time, and this isn't a quick transition, but in due time, you'll start to feel like the Queen of Pentacles, and then you'll have all the value and the blessings of this idea of this manifestation. But I think that the frustration is coming from the idea that it has to happen or take place in the way that you're currently planning and thinking about it. Right? Instead of, saying, God, the divine, the most high, thank you for giving me this idea. I like the idea too. I'm going to follow my intuition in making it manifest, right? There's also what is it? This is a bit of surrender, a bit of like relinquishing control and being open to the manifestation stepping into your life however you want it. Yeah. Okay. 11:22 was on my clock. $11:22 is on my clock. So partnerships and co-creation, especially with the divine, is coming through right now. Yeah. But take action. Take the action that you can right now. Move forward how you can right now, with or without help. You know what I mean? Be open to doing things differently than the ways that are coming up in your mind or with the people that you want to help you. Yes. Okay, I hope that helps. I'm going to go back to this other energy, right? With this Tower card in reverse, Death card in reverse, King of Pentacles in reverse, and Two of Swords. This energy, to recap, there's somebody like going through a death process, and I kind of sense that it needs to be crazy, it needs to be abrupt, it needs to be erratic, instead of the slow and gradual death process that we're used to, accustomed to. But can we get some more clarification on this? Yeah. So this is probably meant for you, right? Like new beginnings and co-creation. This is so tricky. This other energy we're looking at, right? It's so tricky because like the energy, like you kind of want to free yourself or step into this, like this new version or this new process as if you've mastered it already, right? King of Pentacles in reverse, King of Swords in reverse. Like you want to have like a clear perspective, a clear view. You can understand it beginning to end. You have all the experience of mastering it, and these cards are saying that's just not where you at. It's just not where you're at. Right? King of Wands, Knight of Cups, not King of Wands, Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups, both upright, right? So there's something about like moving towards this new version with passion, and this Knight of Cups feels like I'm hearing with grace, honestly, like having emotional grace for yourself because you're in the process, right? Two of Wands. It's not a perfect, it's a practice. You know what I mean? And as long as you're ensuring that you're consistently making progress, then good, right? As long as you're better than the version of yourself you were yesterday, then you can feel good and confident about that. But let me get some more cards. What other information or insights do we have for this particular image? Yeah, okay. So, and this energy has been coming up a lot lately. It was coming up a lot yesterday when we were doing the personal readings. But what I'm looking at right now is just that, like, there's been a way that you've been trying to move forward. There's a way that you've been trying to progress and accomplish, this new goal, and it just hasn't been working. And the cards are like, if that hasn't been working, why would you continue to do that? Yeah. And I forgot who got the reading yesterday, but I was saying, like, there's a need to control or change or shift things that aren't working. Or the best thing for you to do is, it's not to work with it and like to physicalize it, because I'm kind of feeling it like physically. There's this thing, right, that you're trying to control, you're trying to fix, you're trying to manipulate, change, adjust, and nothing that you're doing is really working. I might have been talking to Mick about this, right? And none of it is really working. And so the best thing for you to do is to let the thing be, like leave it, leave it be, and then focus your energy on the things that are working. You know what I mean? Focus your energy over here on the things that you do, that do feel good. This feels really good. This feels really great. This feels like ease. This feels like flow. So using all your time and energy to focus on those things and making sure that these energies expand, right? This is going to do what it needs to do. It's going to fall away. It's going to change. It's going to evolve in its own time. But when you focus your time and your energy over here, this thing that feels really good is going to expand and expand and expand. And eventually there's going to be no room for this other thing that's super difficult. Yeah. I hope that's making sense, because they are speaking about it in like a energetic sense. Yeah. I mean, and the cards I'm getting, they're just refortifying that. Yeah. Doorbell of truth, period. Right? The cards that are coming directly after that with the Three of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles, this is just work towards the future. Work towards something new. Work towards the things that you do want to see come in. You know what I mean? Don't feel like you have to fix everything. Everything don't need to be fixed. You don't have to be the plumber. I don't know why the plumber or the handyman is coming in, but you don't have to. And then it's also like, you don't have those skills. You know what I mean? If you didn't go to trade school to work on pipes and plumbing, you know what I mean? And then even after going to YouTube University, you still can't fix it. Why would you continue to try to fix it? And then it's not even like it's broken. You just want a different faucet. Well, leave that faucet alone. You know what I mean? I know the faucet is ugly and the faucet is irritating you, but that's just not what you need to be working on right now. Because this Hermit card in reverse, the Strength card in reverse, it kind of feels like it's draining the energy that you do have to manifest these new things. It's draining the energy that you do have to be in alignment with the things that are emotionally fulfilling. You know what I mean? It's draining the energy that you do have to try something new. Right? And that's actually what your energy should be going towards. And there's also, again, this dichotomy or this duality. We just saw 24-24. Right? Yeah, exactly. The water may be dripping, but the water is clean. Right? But again, like the co-creation is coming through. We're like, oh my gosh, I lost it. We're like, yeah, you have these two things. You have the past and the future, and you can't work on the past and step into the future at the same time. Yeah, you can't fix everything that's over here and keep it pushing over here at the same time. Right? Even when we think about, like, oh my gosh, this is making so much sense. It's like there's a time to go into the past and to fix things and to destroy them and do the digging up. And it's just not time to do that right now. Right? It's so funny because, like, we have retrograde cycles for a reason. Excuse me. Truth burp. Right? We have retrograde cycles for a reason. And right now, it's just not the optimal time to be working on the plumbing and the pipes. You don't really need to work on the foundation of the house. What you need to work on is getting in the field. So get in the field. Get in the field. The house gonna be there. The foundation gonna be there. It's not going anywhere. Right? But there are some things that are evolving and that need to be developed and touched on. Right? And the other thing is, like, there's this need of perfection. Like having to be perfect. You know, having to be perfect and perfectly ready to get to where it is that you need to go. And that's just not the truth of the matter. So kind of like we were saying with the last energy, right? 6 of Swords. Don't wear yourself out. Don't burn yourself to the bone. Don't make it crazy. You know what I mean? The impulse is divine, but the timing ain't. Ooh. Not for some time. The big bad wolf ain't even thinking about you right now. I already said the big bad wolf ain't coming to town for a while. The big bad wolf ain't thinking about you. So why you think about the big bad wolf? Yeah. I need to ring the bell, but then I'm going to get some oracle cards. Okay. So I hope that was helpful. It did seem like there were 2 separate energies, but it kind of felt like the message was kind of similar in the end. You know what I mean? Where I would say that the focus is work on the things that are working, work on your divine, like, impulses, and don't pour so much energy into this other party or this other part of yourself or this other issue that you do want to fix, that you do want to see evolve and be better, but right now ain't the time for you to be pouring your energy over there. Can we get some oracle cards, please? Again, I just want to thank you all for sharing this space with me. Okay. These decks are, what is this? These is love notes from the universe on love and connection, and then the African Goddess Rising Oracle. Girl, and then they're saying it again and again and again. Okay, this card is in reverse, but I feel like I'm going to read all 4 of these. So first off, all there is to love has been there all along. All there is to love has been there all along. When you begin to find love in people and places where you haven't found it before, it's always because you have grown. You so rock the universe. Yeah. And again, this energy just feels like the things that support you, the things that you love, the things that are working have always been there. So pour energy into that. Keep it simple. Ain't that what it's been? It don't have to be too complicated. You don't have to think about too many factors into the future. You don't have to think about what X, Y, and Z is doing. You don't have to think about how this big bad boogeyman is going to prevent you from getting, to your manifestations. Old souls use words very sparingly, except, of course, for I love, thank you, wow, now, and cool. Wow, I love you now. The universe. P.S., which sounds much better than wow, now I love you. sequence is important. And I think that's also something that's really cool to pay attention to, right? That there's a time and a place for everything. That divine timing is a part of it. That the order in which you do something and you step into something is very, very helpful. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to read, what is this? This is Etheric Chords, Urzuli Dantor. Just a little bit. Just a little bit, you know. Ethan said, spirit eating us up. Yum, 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 yum. Delish Oso. This is 27. The goddess of etheric chords from Haiti. The temple of lovers in the element of fire. Urzuli Dantor fought elbow to elbow with her people during the Haitian Revolution to protect mothers and children. She represents the healing of the Dark Mother. Her guidance. If it isn't wholehearted love, release it. Remember your worth. And then the embodiment. The energy cords binding you and someone you no longer wish to be attached to are strong. You must be willing to let go. Close your eyes, see divine swords of goddess's love, light separating you and dissolving the cords between you. You are both whole and healed. Just as you shower to cleanse physical grime, there is also a grime in the form of energy cords, also called karmic ribbons, emotional cords, or etheric cords. Spiritual maintenance is required. And then the goddess declaration from Izuli Dantor. I am worthy, compassionate, and whole. There's something about like healing and progress being for both parties. You know, I know sometimes when we're like irritated or focused on another person who we feel like has done us wrong or isn't doing what we want them to do, sometimes there can be a little resentment. You know, we might want them to have a reckoning. We might want to get our revenge or to get it back. But this card is just like sharing with me the energy of that, like the way for both of you to move forward is for both of you to go through healing, for both of you to be where you need to be at the right time, for both of you to have some type of healing, you know, and reconciliation about the self. It really does feel about the self with this card. Queen Ya Asantewa. Okay. Queen Ya Asantewa. I hope I'm saying that right. This is 39. And it's level up. I will say that this card was in reverse, but that may or may not be a factor. Let me see if I can get it. Okay, it's in focus now. Okay. Temple of Queens in the element of bush. Queen Ya Asantewa was a mother, farmer, and the warrior queen who led the War of the Golden Stool. The Golden Stool, throne of the Ashanti Empire, holds the regent's Kra, life force energy. Queen Ya Asantewa's guidance. Raise your standards. A leap forward for one is a leap forward for the tribe. Your choices can raise the frequency of your community and the planet. Okay. Embodiment. Time to level up. This is your season for a quantum leap. You have prepared for this life. Life does not have to be linear, and neither does growth. A quantum leap feels drastic and huge, but the secret is that, but the secret is that quantum leaps happen little by little. So what inspired action helps you level up? Connecting to spirit with rituals, movement, meditation, and visualization is a great start. And then the goddess declaration, divine timing is on my side. Ain't that what I've been talking about? This whole reading. And again, going back to that, like the energy I was talking about that's looking to change and looking to move forward, a lot of it from you know, Queen Ya Asantewa, it feels like it's like choosing things, you know, choosing things that don't feel difficult, choosing things that don't feel crazy, choosing things that are in alignment with your higher standards, choosing things, again, going back to that reading, that just feel good, that feel better, that feel in alignment, that feel like, oh, I deserve this. This is something that I want. Yes, my loves? Okay, that concludes today's collective message. I appreciate you all for hanging out with me. Don't forget to thank your ancestors, spirit guides, and angels for allowing me to deliver these messages to you. And until next time, this is XOMO. And remember, if you want individualized guidance, if you want to know what was for you and what was not, check out my links down in the description bar. Yeah. Until next time. Bye. I'm gonna let that ring out. You could go click on another video. Okay, I know it's showing you some. So